Good morning. As the chairman of Silver Star, I want to clear the space for you with facts, not personal attacks. I know you have been overwhelmed by this proxy fight, but now you deserve facts and to be spared the misinformation of all those personal attacks. Fact one, Silver Star is not the personal business or piggy bank of Al Hartman and his family. It stopped being his family business once it took money from you and others and became a public company. And at that time it had to comply with not only SEC rules, but an independent board of directors. Fact two, Richard Rainwater, John Goff, and I started Crescent in 1990 and grew it to an over $5 billion market cap REIT at the time I left the company in 1999. That's an estimate today. During that tenure, I was named CEO of the Year by Realty Stock Review 3 years running and by Commercial Property News. Fact three, even now, bless his heart, Al Hartman cannot refute my successes in the business world. He handpicked me to serve on the board and stated, "Gerald, I need you to grow this company like you did Crescent." In fact, he handpicked all of the independent directors and the entire management team. Every single one of the management team members were picked for their special expertise. It was only when we did our job as independent directors that he changed his tune. A totally different tune. He then became vicious, became vindictive. He wanted to do something else. Fact four, the independent directors did everything in their power to direct Al as to how to run the company in the way that would return capital to the stockholders. I like to call you guys customers because we're working for you every day. But we couldn't get him to do that. Our goal, as it was then, and as it is today, is to ensure that we get your money back, you get a return, and you get a dividend. Al was understandably strong-willed. We all know that. But that was a major detriment to each of you. As you know, you have listened to his, let's say, unfulfilled intentions on many occasions. You listened to him as we did. Finally, we were forced to do something about it, and we did. Fact five, it was a very difficult decision for us to remove Al from the CEO position. We took every aspect of it seriously. But he was so deeply involved on a personal level that we could not avoid exercising those rights for you, our stockholders. He could only see his power slipping through his fingers. We all were very sensitive to that and tried every way in the world to protect him. But at the end of the day, we could not save Al from himself. He even created Hartman 21. We thought that was going to be a vehicle for him to continue building and build another REIT, commercial office. That's what he really wanted to do. That was to continue the old play, buying suburban Class B, C+ commercial office. Well, where is that company today? It's Hartman 21. Last time we checked, and according to the Edgar filings, he hasn't even filed a 10K for the year 2022, and no filing current for the year 2023. No Qs filed. Maybe he should pay attention to you, the stockholders of 21, and spend less time being vindictive with respect to Silver Star. Fact six, pivoting to self-storage. This pivot has been recommended by management, approved by the independent committee, independent directors at the time and endorsed 100% by the entire management team today. The only way you will get your money back is in a good return situation is through the self-storage pivot. Let me ask you, have you ever in your entire career seen a successful CEO stand up and say, you know, I don't want to continue the business. I am tired. I want to liquidate the company. Well, what he meant to say and what he has said to us at every step of the way, he wanted to continue his old play and get from the company assets back in exchange for negotiations. Well, that is not going to happen. Liquidation means selling everything. I want to buy at a discounted price. That's what he tried to do. In every negotiation we went through involving the separation of Hartman 21 and Silver Star, it just didn't work because he wanted a group of assets to start his old playbook and probably wants the same thing now in order to put into 21. Don't know. But the fact of the matter is, for us, look at Big Mac. That is at McDonald's. The Big Mac is no longer out front. Even it had to be retooled. Commercial suburban offices are out of favor, and we're getting out of that business. If we liked it, and we look at it continuously, we could stop and say, we're going to keep 2 or 3 assets. That is always a possibility. But overall, the playbook doesn't work, and a liquidation forced at this time does not do anything but invite a cheap, discounted fire sale of these assets without any possibility of achieving some tax savings in the process. The old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You don't want to make that same tired decision to stick with Al and his way. It simply won't work. There is no way for this man who has been an unsuccessful leader to lead this company, or quite frankly, anything in the business world or outside of the business world. Same thing that is happening here happened to him with Whitestone, a predecessor REIT where the board and management expelled him, if you will, from the company. Of course he was vicious. He fought. He lost. He settled. Everybody went their merry way. But what did he get? He got the assets. He got a group of assets that he wanted and redeployed those assets in the same old playbook. That would be a detriment to you because he wanted to be able to buy those assets and these assets that he's tried here at a deep, deep discount. Pivoting to self-storage is the only way you'll get your money back and a good return. We can't endorse that old playbook. You have a chance to salvage your investment and make a great return. Join the other stockholders that have overwhelmingly approved to date. They are voting to grow Silver Star with this management team and this board in a fashion fulfilling the board's pivot plan. It's the best plan. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact, period. Finally, I will be recommending to the board, the executive committee, a new action to be undertaken by Silver Star to solidify and protect the business plan and strategy recommended by management, approved by independent directors, and made necessary by the expansion of the Hartman Group to a very significant, effectively controlling majority of the stockholders. So controlling that it takes away your vote. This plan will be for the sole purpose of ensuring that your vote has a bearing on the outcome of where this company is headed. This is a vote. Make no mistake about it. Together, this controlling block can be diluted, and you will be ensured of your right to follow the board, follow the executive committee, follow this entire management team toward a very significant pivot to self-storage. We hope to announce this plan the early part of next week after my recommendation to the committee and the board may be adopted. As I said, that should be occurring toward the end of this week. That's all I have to say at this time about these matters. And as you know, we are always available to discuss matters with you, every one of us, to discuss with respect to any of you. Just give us a call, email, text. We'll shortly be coming out with a follow-on message that'll be more like a slide deck to answer with more specificity the allegations made by Alan Hartman. But until now, then have a great day. Thank you for your continued support, and please vote. And I might say that in that messaging, we'll be asking you to jump on some YouTubes to look at some new items that will be posted there as well. So stay tuned to the messaging, and hopefully you all appreciate our staying in touch with you. Bye for now. Thank you.